Hey, good morning. This is your hillbilly historian coming to you with history you won't find in your high school or college textbooks. Information you won't find in your regular textbooks in school. I bring you common sense, logic, truth, justice, and the American way. The real logic of America. Today I want to talk about a short subject. You know, you have computer games, you have computer games that have rolls of the dice and all that. And supposedly, these computers are, when you roll dice, that's supposed to be a random result. But let me tell you something, folks. There's no such thing as randomization in computers. Now, they do a good job faking randomization. Like if you have a computer game with the rolls of the dice and all that, they fake randomization. But let me make it real clear. When you use a computer to select, supposedly randomly select jurors for jury service, you're not getting random choices. It's better that they have numbers and a big roll ball or something, and you reach in without looking and pull out one every now and then. That is randomization there. But in a computer, they fake randomization, but there's no such thing as randomization in a computer. Why? Because computer chips are hardwired. They are hardwired. There's no randomization, and the only current that can flow through a computer chip is either positive or negative, ones and zeros. You take 8 ones and zeros, 8 units, that gives you 1 byte. 8 combinations of ones or zeros gives you a byte. And then you take that right there but it's hardwired. There's no way there's randomization and switches in a computer chip. It just ain't there. Now, I discovered this one time when I had a couple of computers sitting side by side. I was playing a dice rolling board game, and all of a sudden, one computer started completely emulating the other one. Whatever I rolled on one computer came up on the other computer as well. So it was, I discovered that purely by accident, and figured out why it was doing that. And these computers were not networked. They were plugged into the same wall plug, but there's no way they could talk to each other. It was essentially, computers are hardwired. Computer chips are hardwired. There's only two numbers. That's why it's called a binary. 0 to 1. That's all you have in computers. And combinations of zeros and ones create your decimal system. Your 10 base. But basically, computers are 2 base, positive and negative, 0 to 1. And they're hardwired. When a switch occurs in a computer chip, an identical chip will have the exact same switch thrown. And that's the way it works. There's no such thing. I don't care how much they do to fake it, to pretend they're rolling the dice and all that. It is not random. Nowhere near random. And it's a shame because all these jury selection softwares are, it is not random. No matter what they tell you, it's not random. No matter what they tell you, it is not random. They tell you, used to they'd have you put in the date, and that was supposed to start it all randomly. But if you put that same date in again, you get the same results. And no matter what they do to fake it, no, it is not random. So, there you go. The truth and honesty of the world is that in computerized jury selection, there's no randomization, period. No matter how many times it's gone to court and ruled in the favor of the computer person, it is not random. And no matter what they tell you about their mathematical algorithms and all that, it is not random, period. Because electricity is not random. It goes through a circuitry the same way every single time. Now you can change the circuitry, and you can have electricity go one way one time, go another way another time. But hey, it's all going to come down to the fact, the basic truth is there is no randomization in a hardwired circuit. There's people that are hardwired. They're batshit crazy and you can't do a thing about it. You can't talk sense to them because they're hardwired. It's hardwired that way. And a lot of people, they get on drugs, and drugs basically hardwire their circuitry in a certain way, and there ain't a thing you can do to change it. They're screwed. They're that way forever from then on. And so there you go. When you talk about somebody being hardwired, that means they are not flexible at all. And the same as in computers. Computers, it's a hardwired circuitry. It's not in there. It's not, the computer circuitry is not just going random, back and forth random. No, it's hardwired. So when you pick a jury using fake randomization on a computer, you're not getting the jury by randomization. I'll tell you what, if I was an attorney, I'd challenge any jury that was selected by computer. I really would. I would challenge the results of that jury selection. That is not random jury selection. But anyway, this is your hillbilly historian bringing you the truth the world does not want you to know. But it comes to you through the auspices of a hillbilly historian here in the hills of East Tennessee in Appalachia, giving you the truth about the world they don't want you to know. Have a good one.